Hey YouTube, it's Alex. Yes, I look like crap again. I don't even remember the last time I even wore makeup in one of my videos. So I'm 27 weeks today, which is pretty exciting. Some say you're in your third trimester when you hit 26 weeks or 28 weeks, and I'm going to go by 28 weeks. So I'm excited to know that in 1 week I'll be in third trimester, and I honestly think it's crazy that I've made it this far so fast. Like, it's amazing, and it's funny that I only have 3 months left, but yet I want time to go by quick. Mainly because I know right after we have our little baby that soon after we'll be moving in Oregon and be surrounded by family non-stop and not have to worry about driving back to California, and we won't be visiting, we'll be living there. So the end of the year for the Hernandezes is very exciting. So I have a lot to talk about, and week 26 is pretty hard for me. I've been having pain every single day. At the beginning of the week, felt like just a little bit of cramping feeling, like noticeable, but who cares. And then on Saturday night, well, first of all, Friday night really screwed me up. My sleeping schedule is completely messed up now. My husband had duty, and if you guys don't know, that means he has to work, be on base and be on duty, work for more than 24 hours or maybe sometimes more. So he didn't come home that night, and I tried staying up really late so I could sleep in with him on Saturday, and ever since then I've been staying up too late and then sleeping in. So I just woke up, and it's like 2 in the afternoon, and I haven't woken up that late in so long. So anyways, I've been cramping all week, and then Saturday night happened, staying up with my husband and watching him play some video games, and I started having this extremely sharp pain on my left side. It felt like it was in my ovary, and it like would come like every 5 seconds, and it was like a lightning bolt shooting in the same spot, and it's so painful. But I tolerated it, and I honestly think the reason why it's cramping so much this last week is because we don't drink our faucet water because we're too paranoid to. Because we usually drink our faucet water in Oregon, but here we're like just too paranoid. So we always buy bottles of water, gallons of water, and we didn't have any more water, and hubby took the car to duty, and we totally forgot to buy myself more water, and water is very important in your pregnancy. So I didn't have that much water, and I'm used to drinking a ton of water, and this last week I didn't drink that much, and I honestly think that's why I was having so much pain, and that's why I'm not worried. And so I had a lot of pain Saturday night, and I went to bed, and then the next day I had some pain, but not as intense. But when I went to the bathroom, this huge like long, thick mucus thing came out after I was done potting, and it was like a freaking earthworm. It was so big, and I even showed my husband. He did not want to see it, but I wanted, to ask him, I know you don't know anything about this kind of stuff, but do you think that's weird and ew? And he's like, yeah. So, I called my mom, and she made me panic. She's like, honey, you usually don't get that, to have discharge like that until you're about to have the baby, this and that, and you've been telling me you've been having these pains, and I really think you should go in. And so I kind of listened to her, and then I just called my mother-in-law, because my mother-in-law, she has great advice, and she even told me that she thinks that I should go into labor and delivery. Because when you're before 20 weeks and you're having complications, you go to the ER, and then they say if you're 20 weeks and up, and you're having complications with your pregnancy, then you go to labor and delivery. So my husband and I made a decision to go, and I knew they were going to say it was stretching pains. I didn't really expect anything. So we went to the labor and delivery, and it was cute. We saw a little newborn, and we went in a room, and they just checked if I had contractions, and I already knew I didn't have them, but they checked me anyway, and they put this monitor on top of my belly, and then I was still having the sharp pains, but it was in the same spot, and there weren't contractions. And then so she checked my cervix. She's like, you're not dilated or anything. And I also was having like this usually irritating feeling down there too for a while now, and I just didn't tell you guys because that's embarrassing. So I talked to her about it, so she checked me for a yeast infection, and it came up negative. I don't have a yeast infection, and she said it's just part of pregnancy. I'm like, okay, so they sent me home, and they said it was stretching pain. So, and then like around 3 a.m. that night or morning, I woke up with excruciating pain, and this time it was all over my belly, the whole thing. I had to get out of bed. I went in the living room while my husband was sleeping and just kept holding on to my stomach and like on my knees, and I was like moaning. When I'm in like a lot of pain, I moan a lot. And so it was pretty painful, and it was so painful that I ended up taking Tylenol strength, and I also asked her that at the labor and delivery. She's like, you can take Tylenol, and I go, well, we only have Tylenol strength, and she's like, well, let me check to see if that's fine to take, and she came in, like, before we left, she's like, yeah, that's completely fine to take, you can take that. So I took one of those, and I haven't taken any kind of pain medication at all throughout the whole pregnancy, but this time I finally did, because I just couldn't take it. And about like 20 minutes later, I felt completely better and went back to sleep. Then last night, which is Monday night, I was having, I'm pretty sure I was having Braxton Hicks contractions, or just I don't know. I think Braxton Hicks. My tummy started hurting really bad, and my entire stomach got really hard. And that happened 2 times last night, and I'm like, I need to go to bed. So I went to bed and slept in, and I haven't felt anything so far. So all week I've been having lots of pain. The one good thing, I haven't taken Zofran in like 5 days, and I haven't felt nauseated at all. So I think my morning sickness is officially over. Wow, I'm 27 weeks, and I think my morning sickness is officially over. About time, I'd say. So, yeah, that was my crazy week. Sorry I look like crap. I'm just really tired, and I need to eat. I think I'm really hungry right now. So I think that's about it. Oh yeah, I finally got some stretch marks, but they're not on my tummy whatsoever. They're on my boobs, and they're not on the top cleavage part. They're right below my nipples, and they're like there, and they're on both sides. I'm like, no! So, this is my cocoa butter that I've been putting on. So ever since I found those stretch marks, I now put this stuff on my breast, not just my tummy and not just my sides anymore. And I do that every single day, sometimes twice a day. I think that's about it. And I'll show you guys my tummy now. This is the front. And the side. And I still have a belly button pregnancy ring, but I never wear it because it's just so long, and it snags on things, and it irritates it. So I just put it in sometimes to make sure it has closed. So that's my belly. Alright. Okay, bye guys.